Hi Aries, welcome to your Modern Maven Weekly Tarot for the week of November 20th through November 26th. You might notice that I have a bit of a sultry voice and I am coming down with something, so apologies in advance if I have to clear my throat during this, but just bear with me because I'm excited to see what your energy is going to be, because we have your fellow fire sign Sagittarius season starting on the 22nd. And yeah, that is going to be where we don't hold back and we charge forward, okay? I know a lot of us have been waiting for Sagittarius season because the energy's been really heavy. I mean, all of us have been in a transformative era, if you will, and not all of us are having this transformation in the same houses or the same areas of our life. Some it's career, some it's our personal identity, so take it out resonates, our relationships, but all of us have been going through some sort of transformation. And for you, Aries, I really do think a lot of this is related to your emotional well-being and how we react when we feel triggered, okay? That is really what I've been getting for at least more than 6 months, honestly, since like March or April. I feel like there's been this idea of, controlling your fire, if you will. So when we face and embrace our shadow, we know how to channel that fire. You're right. Like, we don't need to burn people because our inner child, is scared. Our subconscious is causing us to lash out, if you will. So it's been a transformation, but I really think with the discipline of Saturn direct in Pisces right now, which indicates hard work and compassion, I think you're really in a wonderful place to charge forward with Sagittarius season. Now, don't forget too, next week starts out with that full moon in Gemini, all right? And so we're really going to have to contemplate how we think and communicate, especially when it comes to people who have contrasting views, beliefs, you know what I mean? So just pay attention to that, okay? Because it could get volatile being in a fire season, but let's hope that we can all just come together in the sense of peace, okay? Okay, so let's dive into it. These readings might be a little shorter just because I am physically struggling just a little bit, so bear with me, okay? Nice to see that, though. Wow, this is great, popping out. All right. This season of Sagittarius season, I really think is going to unlock something for you, Aries, especially when it comes to your finances and your health, okay? Okay. But yeah, the fire energy, feeling that fire in my chest. I have heartburn also. Maybe that's why I have this heartburn, because I just knew that your fire energy was going to be so intense for this reading. All right, Aries, let's dive into it, okay? Okay, let's see what we got for Aries for the week of November 20th through November 26th, 2023. I feel like I should be doing like a 1-900 hotline with this voice, I'm telling you. All right. Yeah, some sort of liberation. And like I said, there's a lot of karmic shifts that are happening, okay? And one of the themes, too, that we're going to see with Sagittarius season is we've had a lot of this internal transformation that has been really a reflection of the collective, right? Of our experience witnessing and experiencing the collective chaos that is around us. And Sagittarius season, we're going to be shifting, from the global to the personal, right? And so the lessons we've learned, especially, again, when it comes to differences of opinions and uniting to move forward together as a global community, there's going to be a lot of emphasis in this transformation in our personal lives. Like, we're seeing the things that work and don't work in the collective, right? And now with Sagittarius season is where we, what is it? So I love reading Nylon. They're Nylon Magazine's astrology, because they always have these wonderful like ways of discussing it. But the emphasis of Sagittarius season, they say, is Lucy Liu's character saying, quote, "Timeout's over, baby. We're back in the game." Okay, so that's this idea of this, the collective chaos that's been going around. A lot of us have been observing, right? And so it's like the things that, are popping in your head of triggers and all that, like we're going to now take the lessons that we've learned from the collective and apply it to our personal life. So take that how it resonates. But there's a lot coming when it comes to this emotional healing, though. And so I love to see this because, if anything, like this King of Cups really emphasizes where you've been on your emotional journey, right? Your emotional metamorphosis, if you will. And also, because we do have a full moon right at the beginning next week on the 27th, really important to pay attention to your dreams, Aries, okay? Because I think there could be some things unlocked that could really shed some light on. Okay, interesting. Yep. Okay, so we're going to obviously clarify these. Very interesting that you got all swords right off the bat, okay? Because swords are communication, our thoughts, how we speak. So I am getting a lot of energy of reactionary thinking and speaking. So do be mindful of that, okay? Because you've gotten this message before of this idea of, oh, well, they made me say that, they made me do that. I can't control, like allowing that volatility to make excuses, like, you know what I mean? Like impulse reactionary stuff, like, oh, well, it's like, I can't handle it. That they made me angry. You know what I mean? Like, that's really what I'm getting. And we really need to make sure that we do our shadow work, because our shadow work is where we are going to unlock that information that we need to move forward, okay? But last week's energy coming into this week is the Seven of Swords. And so this, again, it indicates this feeling of like betrayal or, somebody pulling the rug out from underneath you, and deceit. It could be an Aquarian too. Take that how it resonates. But I feel like this is something that, excuse me, I'm struggling with this heartburn. I feel like this is something when it comes to projection that we really need to think about, okay? Because a lot of times when we see things like this with the Seven of Swords energy, it's like we think that, somebody is acting this way, right? But everything's projection. And so there is this idea that perhaps other people view you this way, okay? Or they try to project it onto you, all right? So take that how it resonates. But there is something of some sort of feeling of betrayal. And again, chaos. So this could be as simple as just the chaos that's going on. But the fact that this is, okay. The fact too that the Seven of Swords, see how he is looking at the Queen of Wands? I'm sorry, Queen of Swords. It's like, I feel like this is somebody like pushing your buttons. You know what I mean? So it's that idea of somebody pushing your buttons. And the Queen of Swords this week, again, this is a lot about boundaries, okay? And like I said, there's just so much of this like needing to take accountability for how we think and speak and react, okay? And so the Queen of Swords, she looks, like cold, but you see how she's protecting her throat chakra. And it's really an importance of boundaries. It's really an importance of thinking before we speak, right? And so it's just this idea, it also indicates legal matters, you know what I mean? So this isn't going to apply to everybody, but like, let's say, you're in a legal situation and somebody keeps pushing your buttons and you have this reactionary response, you know what I mean? Like a text or something like that, or an email, and you just let out your emotions, like let out that fire. It's that kind of energy of somebody's triggering you, right? But if we can stay focused on our inner light, if we can stay focused on moving forward and letting that be a part of our past, right? Because like a lot of this, so much of this paradigm shift is closing a certain chapter in our lives, okay? So you really want to protect your energy. I highly suggest too, like protecting your throat chakra, since that is an indication in this card. So next week's energy, like I said, why I think you're really needing to utilize this week, because next week's the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is this idea of being stuck, like we have no control over it, but we do. This is also ruled by Jupiter and Gemini. Reminder, we have the full moon in Gemini tomorrow, okay? So you can really gain a lot of luck by freeing yourself, if you will, okay? Like these fears, these attachments, we need to be a co-creator with the universe and not a victim of the universe, okay? That's what Pam Gregory, one of my favorite astrologers, always says. And so you really need to utilize this energy in the fact of empowerment, okay? We don't want to get into next week with that full moon and closing out November with this idea of like, oh, there's nothing I can do. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, that's not the type of energy we need right now, especially, again, with Sagittarius season starting this week, okay? So let's clarify these cards, because like I said, it's fascinating that they're all swords. Okay, so let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here last week for Aries? Oh. Well, that is not what we needed. Hold on. Hold on. Interesting, though. Okay. Also, too, like, this is actually something to think about, because maybe I meant to, maybe I meant to be struggling right now just to, like, show you, like, hang in there, right? Because sometimes, too, there's this concept of resistance, right? You want to follow the path of least resistance. So sometimes we feel that resistance when we are so close to where we're meant to be, okay? And so sometimes that resistance is there at like requesting that we push through. And so like I said, I feel like there is this like this idea of being tested, you know what I mean? Because you've been on a journey of healing, and sometimes like the universe is like, hey, are you really over that? You know what I mean? And like, that's really what I'm getting is like, this is all like a test, if you will, because yeah. All right. So yeah, it is. Thank you, Tarot. Your clarifiers for the Seven of Swords energy coming in last week from this week is the Faith card and the Magician. And so it really is a test. It's this idea of, are you going to put your beliefs into practice? And the Magician is all about success is yours through talent and effort. Okay, so it might feel a lot of pressure. Sometimes I have tough love tarot, but I really am getting an indication that it's this test. Okay, how do you react? How do you react when you feel betrayed? Okay. Very interesting. Okay, so let's clarify the Queen of Swords this week. Why is the Queen of Swords this week for Aries? Why is the Queen of Swords here this week for Aries the week of November 20th? Why is the Queen of Swords here this week? For the week of November 20th. Why is the Queen of Swords here this week? All right, why is the Queen of Swords here this week? Yeah, I'm also getting this idea of like sometimes, you know, you feel like when you're attacked or somebody you love is being attacked, you have to go on the defense or offense. And like, yeah. Okay. So the amount of swords, this is crazy. Okay. So the Queen of Swords this week is clarified by Temperance and the Four of Swords. Okay. So you really need to take a time out. I feel like your boundaries are being tested. I feel like whatever this is, it's like, it's clearly testing you, right? And we need to make sure that we balance everything in our lives right now. And this is ruled by Sagittarius, okay? So the fact that there's the Four of Swords as well, I feel like you need to like take a time out. And this is saying in regards to like, don't just react, okay? If somebody's pressing your buttons, don't give them the satisfaction of reacting, okay? All right, so let's clarify the Eight of Swords next week. Why is the Eight of Swords here next week for Aries? Why is the Eight of Swords here next week for Aries? But yeah, somebody's definitely pressing your buttons. Oh, interesting. I didn't even see those fall. Sorry, I don't know when those did, but oh yeah. All right. You've got a very clear reading at least, Aries. Okay, so the Eight of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Wands and the Two of Swords. You're almost there. Okay, so like I said, like this is also so much of this. Okay, this is ruled by Saturn and Sagittarius. Again, the lessons, the challenges, Saturn, and we're moving into Sagittarius season. You're so close, okay? You're so close to getting over this challenge, right? But it's a choice. You really have to decide how you react, okay? Because again, another sword, how we think, how we communicate, okay? You're almost there. So please, please, please don't feel like you're stuck, because Sagittarius season is going to give us that ambition, but it's also going to give us that impulse, right? So please just do not respond to people that are triggering you. That's like the biggest message you got right now, okay? All right, so let's see what empowering question we got for Aries to close this out. Also, too, Aries, if you do like this reading, please do like, comment, and share with other people you think it might resonate with. And please subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot so you get notifications of when new videos do pop up. But yeah, there is definitely a test. Also, too, see where Sagittarius, what house Sagittarius rules in your chart, because that can also give some clarity as to where in your life this theme is, okay? And also Saturn, you definitely have some strong Saturn energy here. So see what sign rules Saturn in your chart, okay? Okay, so you got two empowering questions. First one, what does being mean to me? And how or in what way do I experience myself when I'm alone? Okay, and that is clearly related to the Four of Swords. You know what's fascinating too is this, what does being mean to me? Because Temperance is Temperance is connected to the energy of know thyself and nothing in excess, right? Balance. And it's what the Delphic Oracle, you know, the secret of life that the Delphic Oracle told somebody. You know, what's the secret to life? Know thyself and nothing in excess, okay? So you're really, like I said, you're really getting this idea of a timeout, putting into practice what you believe. Like, I do believe, Aries, you really do want this change, clearly, right? And it's all connected to your Saturn, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please check out your Saturn. See what sign rules Saturn in your chart. And if you don't know, I link Pam Gregory's free birth chart in every video description. But I really think there's something to unlock here with Saturn, okay? And whatever this challenge is, you're rising up to it, okay? Don't feel stuck. You're almost there, but it's all about choices. It's all about the choices we make and how we react to the Seven of Swords energy. So have a great week, okay? Get ready for that full moon, because there is going to be a lot of releasing. And that releasing is connected to Gemini communication, right? Our thoughts. So I really do believe that all of this is working to that release, especially seeing a Ten of Wands here with this choice. So have a great week, Aries. Hang in there, okay? Giving you a big Pisces hug.